Hello and welcome to another episode of Meet a Mentalist. With me today is the one and only Sam Hull. Sam, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hey everybody. Excited to be here.
Awesome. All right, bud. You and I go back a long time. We're gonna get into that a little bit probably in these questions. You know the drill here. This is goal is just get to know you, help you understand what you do with the agency, help you understand what you're into in your personal life. So we'll just jump right in and rock and roll. You good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. So let's start like on the family side. Tell me about your family.
Yeah, so I come from a pretty tight-knit family. I'm from the Midwest, so family's really important to me and always has been. My parents have always been my biggest supporters, and they taught me a lot of my core values and kindness and staying curious and being mindful, and I try to carry that with me every day.
Awesome. So heavy influence by your family helped shape who you are today, and it sounds like you try to keep that front and center. You mentioned you're from the Midwest. Well, that feels like a leading question. Like, where'd you come from, and also where do you live now? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up in a small town called Grosse Pointe in Michigan. It's like 15 minutes outside of downtown Detroit. But now I live in Lakewood, Colorado. I'm about 15 minutes from Instrumental HQ, and it's close enough to Denver to stay connected. But as you know, right by the mountains for a quick reset out in nature, hit the slopes, go for a hike, whatever I want to do.
Sure. So from the outskirts of Detroit to the outskirts of Denver, you moved across the country. Like, I mean, I don't know, about 15% of Michigan, I think, and about 20% of Texas is just up and moved to Colorado in the last 10 years, it feels like. So you're one of the transplants, but you've been here a bit, right? How long you been in Colorado?
Yeah, I've been in Colorado just shy of 10 years now, so I've been here for a while.
Awesome. Before the migration, the Great Migration.
Yeah.
Okay. Been in Colorado 10 years, from Michigan. Heavy influence by your family. What do you do for the agency?
So right now I'm the learning and development manager. I've been with the agency for just shy of 9 years. I've had a few different positions, started with the video production team, moved into operations as a senior project manager, and wanted to take the challenge on of supporting our team and working through us with whether it's onboarding, upskilling, or just getting a little bit better each day. The challenge of supporting the team as an internal resource was something that I wanted to tackle, and I'm really excited about.
Great. So kind of gave a little insight into the length of your tenure here at Instrumental Group, but you've also been here a while. You wore a lot of hats. You performed a lot of functions. I think you kind of mentioned starting on video, but I remember you starting like maybe like 2016 as a marketer, as a like a inbound marketer or something like that. Is that true?
Yeah, you hired me in 2016 as a marketing coordinator, and back then I think my main responsibilities were writing blogs and managing social content through HubSpot CMS, and let's just say it wasn't the perfect fit, but with my background in film production, being a film school major, and being more in the multimedia and media arts field in the past in my previous career, it was a great fit to jump right into video production and found a nice home for myself here, and it's been a great ride.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's transformed. Another big passion of yours, I know, is learning and development. You've supported a lot of initiatives, sort of side hustling around here, supporting our rotational leadership program, bringing some of your mindfulness exercises into the agency and stuff like that. This new role, operationalizing learning, I think is how we're seeing it. Is your what's your North Star there? Is it it's a support and enablement of all of our people to grow soft skills, hard skills? Like, just see if you can quantify that a little bit for us.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of soft skills and hard skills, right? I think honestly, at the end of the day, it's where we're going, where our industry is going, and where HubSpot's going that I need to track and help support our team on their roadmap to success as a HubSpot agency. So that may be skill-based training with a new beta feature that HubSpot's coming out with, or something that's OG curriculum within our agency that needs to update based upon some new curriculum or some new features available in HubSpot. So really trying to track and manage what our North Star is as an agency and install that into my curriculum and in my programs with the team, in a multitude of different facets, whether that's seminar based learning, some on demand training, skill set stuff, and even just some soft skills. You mentioned mindfulness. For me, it's really great to be able to sit down and really connect with yourself and be in that present moment, and it helps you be proactive and stay on the task at hand to hit those goals.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So give me an example. Like what's something cool you've done there recently to support that?
Yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned the rotational leadership programs because that's something I'm working on pretty heavily right now. We have a new session starting up in Q3 here. I'm making some updates to the curriculum based on some changes of our own in agency OS and some of our departmental and team changes. Really excited to roll that out and help build our future leaders as we have some really awesome people in the agency, and I want to give them the opportunity to learn some leadership skills before they hit that managerial role or that VP or executive level leadership role.
Really good. Investing in our future leaders, with empowering them and enabling them. You don't need to be in a managerial position to be a leader around here, and the concept of informal authority really rings true. And that rotational leadership program, I think, is built to on demand sort of build people's skills and capabilities there when they're ready and they want to opt into that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way we run that is really in kind of a workshop format. I like to present the ideas and then resource from the team what those rocks are going to be through the program, through that quarter to help move the needle for us as an agency, but also give, as you said, our future leaders the skills and the arrows in the quiver for themselves before they even get to that managerial role. So it's not a surprise or an uncomfortable feeling when they're managing folks for the first time.
I love it. Good stuff. All right. Enough work stuff. What do you do for fun, dude?
Yeah, so as you know, I'm a boxer. I box a few times a week to stay in shape. I love playing hockey. Like I said, I'm from Detroit. It's kind of a rite of passage to learn how to play hockey when you're a child there. I'm also an avid golfer and tennis player. Um, hit the slopes and go camping when I can. Really, at the end of the day, I'm all about staying active, connecting with people as much as I can, and with the outdoors when my schedule permits it. And the activities that I like to do typically are challenging. So I like to challenge myself and keep sweating all the time.
Yeah, staying active for sure. Lots of sports involved in that list, but I think you might have undersold your ski career. You hit you get quite a few days on the mountain every year. When there's some fresh powder out there, you seem to prioritize that.
Yeah, for sure. I love skiing. That's 90% of the reason I did move to Colorado originally. And I was a ski instructor before I went on this journey in the world of marketing and business operations. So definitely a big passion of mine.
Yeah, so I don't know a lot of people that you could say I'm a big time into boxing and hockey, but I'm also avid with golf and tennis. Golf and tennis and boxing and hockey, you got to be some sort of a national treasure for that, like some enigma. Like those things don't really match. It's like the prototypical golf and tennis player does not line up with a prototypical boxing and hockey player.
Yeah, variety's the spice of life, man. I like to keep my body guessing and just do as much as I can.
Good, good. Variety is the spice of life. I don't know if that's a pre-answer to my next question, my last question, but like you got to close us out with something powerful, some kind of great quote, something better than that one, I hope.
Yeah, for sure. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is one that I have written in almost every notebook that I have in my journal app on my phone. It's a great North Star for me in my personal life, which is "Be curious, not judgmental" by Walt Whitman. Just a simple reminder every day to lead with openness and love and not make assumptions because you never know what other people are going through.
Brilliant. Walt Whitman quote, guaranteed to be a winner, first of all. Say it for me one more time.
Be curious, not judgmental.
Be curious, not judgmental. I love that, man. There seems like there's enough judgment in the world today to go around the world 28 times, right? It just seems like everybody's looking for an opportunity to push somebody down or criticize people. And I don't think we have enough compassion and grace and maybe, to your point, not make assumptions. Like, can we assume the best instead of assume the worst? Maybe, if we're going to make an assumption, and leading with kindness. I know that's part of how you roll, brother. Perfect quote. Really well done. Great interview, Sam. Love and appreciate your brother. It's been a really fun ride. I'm really excited to see how you can help the agency continue to grow and scale in this new role. And Godspeed, man. I'm here to help you when you need it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Eric. Appreciate everything you've done for me, man.
You bet. All right. See y'all.